Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Nuggets News. Well, as we approach Christmas, the festive season, we are planning on having a bit of time off. I hope you guys are too. And I want to run you through our top 10 guests, the best interviews from this year. And a few of these were a little bit under the radar. So if you're traveling, you got a bit of spare time over the next week or two, be sure to give these ones a listen. So this year in general has been pretty big for Nuggets News. We've gone from around 36,000 subscribers to around 64, and we more than doubled in terms of our view count from around 2 million views to nearly 5 million views. So a big thank you to everyone that has subscribed and stuck with us. It's been a bit of a turbulent year. In particular, our premium members, we've got a 90% resubscription rate, and over 1,000 of you have stuck with us through these ups and downs for a couple of years now. And you guys do get early access to these interviews, and you get to ask questions, what you want the smartest minds in the world and I to be talking about in these interviews, in these podcasts. So big thank you to you all. So without further ado, let's get into this list. At number 10, we had Sam. So Sam and I had an honest debate around whether or not banks are going to use the XRP token. Now, I've been pretty skeptical. I've come around a little bit. I still don't own any XRP yet, but just having a discussion, respectful debate with someone that you can walk away maybe disagreeing with, but really respect. And I think that's what the audience really appreciated with this interview as well. Over 20,000 views. We're definitely going to do this again in future. But Sam and I have definitely got a friendship, and we continue to bounce ideas off each other there. At number 9, we had Anishkal Shetty. So he is the CEO of WazirX, India's leading cryptocurrency exchange. He's Forbes top 30 under 30. Him and I discussed the exponential adoption of cryptocurrency and just technology in general, how it's just reaching this hockey stick point where he thinks it's all about to just explode in terms of adoption and the middle class. At number 8, we had Didi. So he's from the Bitcoin family. Most of you are familiar with him. He risked it all, bet big on Bitcoin, and now he's done really well, but actually lives a minimalist lifestyle. And he's talking about his old lifestyle on Wall Street, and that's not the sort of things that made him happy. He's far more happy having far fewer assets. Number 7, Simon Dixon, Bitcoin whale. So him and I discussed everything Bitcoin related, the early years, where he sees it going. He spoke about watching his Bitcoin go down 70, 80, 90% a number of times now, and where he thinks it is going longer term. At number 6, we have Mark Yusko. So this was a more recent one about venture capital investing, high risk, high reward, how to go about that, the history of that throughout the dot-com boom. Another one that flew under the radar a little bit, but CEO of Morgan Creek Capital, be sure to give that one a listen. At number 5, we have Steve Keen. So clueless central banks and turning Japanese. This was from the first half of this year, and really everything has come true. So central banks in Japan have had low interest rates, have been printing money and buying up everything from stocks to ETFs and bonds for years and years now, and they just can't get the desired outcome. And this is where Western central banks are going down this route. So be sure to check this interview out with Steve Keen if you haven't already. Number 4, Raul. This was the most watched interview this year. You've probably all seen it. Close to 80,000 views with Raul and I talking about the coming global recession, where to put your money, how bonds, gold, cash, it's all going to behave, and what this situation is going to look like, and how we can have this finite, infinite growth on a finite planet. And we've got a part 2 of this interview coming up early next year as well. Number 3, Andreas Antonopoulos, the great man. Him and I discuss everything that makes Bitcoin, open source blockchains, decentralized cryptocurrencies completely unstoppable, and how they are going to change the world. Number 2, Eric Voorhees, libertarian. He's been in there fighting for Bitcoin decentralization since the very early days, 2010 or 11. This was just a great chat. This is all time-stamped. We are going to try and time-stamp all our videos. Now we have more staff as we head into 2020 as well. The number 1, the most underrated interview in my mind this year was with Tyrone. So Tyrone is a professional investor, and none of this in this interview is financial advice, as he does joke about, but just his digital asset investment strategies, the coming financial crisis, what he saw during the last GFC, breaking down the gap in even race, gender, all inequality to get people into cryptocurrency, because he does believe it's going to be the biggest wealth transfer of our lifetimes. And I think this like to dislike ratio, 323 to 2, says it all. A brilliant interview that really flew under the radar. Only 4,000 views. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed that list. Please have a good Christmas and break. For our premium members, I will still be doing daily updates. Less frequency, hoping to have a bit of time off, but I hope you guys all have a great Christmas And on YouTube, we will be putting out some content in another week or two after the break. So smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share this video around, and I'll talk to you again soon. Cheers.